friends, this is Nikki, and I'm coming at you from my studio, Rebel Beauty Studio, my permanent cosmetic studio that I work in and I do all my procedures. And I'm here to hopefully give you helpful information that will help you be proactive in your permanent cosmetic journey. So helpful information as far as your health, procedures, any questions that you might have. Hopefully I'm able to answer them in one of my videos, and hopefully you enjoy the videos. If you do enjoy the videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe these videos, and then whenever there's a new one, you will be alerted and you won't miss one. And hopefully those videos will be helpful to you in your daily routine. All right, so moving along, we are going to be talking about skin today. That is the topic of discussion. Woo! And I find skin super fascinating. Please don't think I'm a weird nerd. But since I'm working on it every single day, I have learned a lot about it, and skin does tell a story. It tells me a story. And I need to understand skin, and I need to know skin, and I need to understand your health history so I can make the best prediction of how your procedure is going to heal, how it's going to fade, and how it's going to look like when you come back to my studio in a couple years for a touch-up. So skin is fascinating for me, and I think it's great information for you to know as well, because your skin is your biggest organ. A lot of people don't realize that, or maybe you've been told that and you remember hearing it at one point or another, but your skin is considered an organ. It's your biggest organ because it covers us from head to toe, and it tells a story of our inside health as well. So if you look in the mirror and you're having skin issues, I always tell people, well, you should ask yourself why. Something is happening inside your body that might be causing that outwardly reaction. So maybe it's a trigger, a sign that you should go see your doctor. Maybe you should go see your dermatologist. So, you know, your skin is a trigger for your inner health of what's happening. And so I find skin super fascinating. And a lot of times when I talk to my clients about that, it's kind of it's like an eye-opening moment. They're like, well, I didn't think about that. Like, I didn't realize that. It's important for you to know some information, just the basics about skin, so you understand what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and then you understand as far as just your lifestyle and being proactive in your health. So first thing what I'm going to do is I want to show you a diagram of the skin on kind of a magnified level, so you see the 3 layers of skin. So this diagram that I'm gonna put right up here so you can see it, and hopefully you can see it well. There's 3 layers to the skin. Okay, so the top layer is the epidermis, or the epidural, epidural. Sheesh. Gosh, we don't want to go back there to that memory. The epidermal layer. I'm totally like, I feel like I'm like a dog where I'm just like, you know, squirrel, you know, little things just, yeah, anyways. Epidermal layer. Okay, that's what we were talking about. So you have your epidermal layer. Okay, that's the top layer of the skin. I do not put ink in that layer because that is a layer that is regularly sloughing cells, you know what, let me wash this. I feel like this is dirty. Hold on a second. There's nothing worse than like a dirty lens. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So the epidermal layer, it's the layer where you're shedding your skin cells, basically, right? So that's just gonna, I don't put ink in that layer because that's just gonna shed. If I put ink in that layer, it's gonna fade away super fast, or it's just gonna flake out. So I focus on the dermal layer, which is the middle layer, and that's where ink lives. So if you get a body art tattoo, if you get permanent cosmetics, ink should always live in the dermal layer. That's what I strive to put ink in. And then the bottom layer is called the subcutaneous tissue. Okay, so that's the subcutaneous layer. And that layer is where all the blood vessels and the fat and everything of underneath the layer of your skin, where that's held right there. And if you end up putting ink into the subcutaneous tissue, that's when you get what's called blowouts. Okay, because the ink is no longer contained into this nice little, you know, sandwich in the dermal layer. It goes down to the layer where there's blood flow and there's fat cells and there's areas for it to migrate. So if you've gotten a blowout before, or if you have a permanent, if you have a body art tattoo or permanent cosmetics, let's just say eyeliner for instance, and it's migrated or you feel like you have this halo of a color, it's because the ink went too deep. It hit the third layer of the skin, which is the subcutaneous tissue, and it migrated. It migrated under the skin, which isn't good. That's not what, as artists, that is not what we want, and that's not what we strive for, okay? Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about skin is just the skin health. Obviously, when I work on you, the healthier your skin is, the better result, healed result that you're going to get. You have a lot of inflammation in your body. I can see it usually when I'm working on your skin. Your skin can be a little lymphy, which means it oozes a little bit of clear fluid. That can be a sign of inflammation. If it gets red really super easy and really angry and inflamed when I'm working on it, that can be a sign of inflammation. And all these things can be a sign of underlying health problems. So when I have you come in, excuse me, one second. I do have you sign all of this information. So this is client information, okay? So this is lots of client information. So I do tell people, you know, this takes a little bit of time. And they wonder why I do this. And it's because it gives me a good picture of your underlying health. And so this page is the medical, confidential medical profile that I have you fill out, and it gives me an idea of some of the things that you might be struggling with in your health. So, you know, sometimes when people mark thyroid condition or they're on thyroid medication, that is really good for me to know, because thyroid conditions can affect your skin directly. Thyroid medication can also affect your skin directly. Antibiotics, that can affect retention. So there's a lot of things, you know, when you fill this paperwork out that I'm looking for, that helps me make that prediction of how you're going to heal, how your skin is going to accept ink. Skin health is super important. If you are not feeding your skin from the inside, you should definitely be feeding it from the outside. It means a couple things. So to be proactive with your skin, take your vitamins, drink lots of water. The best thing for your skin is water. I can't tell you enough times, I hate drinking water. I take lemon wedges. I like lime, actually. Lime is really good. So I put lime in a big 64-ounce thing of water, and I'll put a new wedge in there every day because I can't drink water by itself. It's just gross. I'm not a water drinker, but I can choke it down. But when I'm drinking water, my skin is soft, it's supple, it's hydrated. So make sure you drink water. Try and take a good multivitamin. You know, take a multivitamin to keep your skin healthy, to feed it from the inside out. Okay, and then if you're not feeding it from the inside out, the very least that you need to do is you need to protect it from the outside in, which means if your skin's your biggest organ and you're outside and you're sunbathing it, you're frying an organ. Okay, so I kind of look at it like, would you take your heart out and lay it in the sun, you know, or would you take your lungs out and you'd lay it in the sun to get a little tan? Probably not, okay? Your skin is different because it's obviously your skin, it's a barrier. But, you know, skin cancer is prevalent and you need to be wearing a good sunblock. And when you live in Oregon and the sun comes out, and girl, I'm gonna be baking myself out there. You can count on that when the sun comes out in Oregon. So SPF, make sure your sunblock is on. And I always do say, you know, make sure that you're putting on a good line, a skin line that doesn't have chemicals and cancer-causing ingredients. So be conscious about what you put on your skin as well, okay? So hopefully that helps you a little bit with skin. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I feel like the skin is an important baseline for you just to know about and to understand as far as what I'm working on and what I'm looking at your skin and what I'm seeing. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it wasn't too much of a nerd geek out session. about skin. I find it super fascinating, and I think it's something for all of you to understand fully as well. Please make sure, if you like this channel, to like and subscribe. Again, I'm here to provide you guys with proactive information so you can be proactive about your health, about your beauty, about your skincare regimen, and about specifically permanent cosmetics, if that's something that you want to do. I will see you soon, and thanks again for stopping by.